Welcome back. We're shifting gears now. Isuzu has officially opened its VSL Manufacturing metal stamping facility, calling it a major victory for localization and inclusive growth within the nation's automotive sector. CEO and Managing Director of Isuzu Motors South Africa, Billy Tom, says by committing to VSL, Isuzu has secured its supply chain and increased its local content. He joined us earlier to drive us through this development.
Today, the facility we unveiled was an investment of a total 750 million, which is between us and one of our suppliers. We are going to be producing material local for our vehicle manufacturing, which we use to import from outside the country. What it means for us is, one, we're going to reduce the carbon footprint because now the material is going to be made locally, but also it's going to bring stability for us because now the material will be manufactured locally, which means we will not be able, we will no longer be importing it where we've got long lead time, but we will be manufacturing it locally, which brings jobs into South Africa. But most importantly, it increases the local content. Remember, as an industry, we set ourselves an ambition of producing 60% of local content by 2035.
Yes.
And this is part of that journey where we are saying where there's opportunity to localize, let's localize, create jobs, but also help bulletproof our businesses. Because during COVID, we experienced a lot of stability of shipping liners, whether it's the price volatility or the capacity availability from the shipping liners.
And of course, that being fueled by the APDP Phase 2, which of course encourages localization within the industry. You mentioned jobs there. Can we quantify how many jobs this facility will create and support?
This is going to support 52 high-paying jobs, and that's the impact we are having. But also, what it will do, I mean, our spend on the local market is going to increase quite drastically because the jobs we have is what we have directly, but through procuring locally, there's going to be a knock-on effect. Because if you look at a 5-year period, we're going to spend almost R1 billion procuring locally and letting the operator process those. So it's got a huge knock-on effect on the economy.
And you know, just on producing locally, Billy, you've backed the idea of a shared assembly plant for brands without the scale for local manufacturing. What practical steps are needed to make this shared facility a reality?
I think firstly, if you look at a manufactured item in South Africa, like the light commercial vehicle, for each vehicle we produce, we are able to add 4 jobs into the economy. So when you import those, then you are affecting, you're losing the opportunity of adding more jobs. Secondly, the number of imported vehicles is quite high. I mean, if you look at in South Africa, the second biggest selling vehicle is fully imported, and there are a number of imported vehicles. When you start adding those numbers, they become sizable. And our view is we need to set a facility where the manufacturers, instead of importing vehicles, can manufacture them locally. But I think also it's another opportunity in Tauleng of getting transformation to play a key role in the manufacturing space, because this is where you can have black industrialists on a bigger scale playing a key role in the manufacturing of vehicles, because the number of vehicles that we import is now starting to become a lot more than what we make locally. And if we can put our joint efforts, like for instance, if I've got a line that I import, I contribute, and so does the next one, then we will end up having a scale for the operator to do this.
All right, let's leave it there. Billy, thanks so much for your time and sharing your insights with us today. That was Billy Tom, CEO and Managing Director of Isuzu Motors South Africa.